We live in a culture that insists success has to be seen. You buy the sports car, you upgrade the house, you post the designer watch online, all to chase the validation of one single tap. But every time you broadcast your wins, you pay a hidden tax. Opportunistic friends start asking for favors. Competitors dissect your margins. Suddenly, you aren't admired, you're targeted. Consider a recent case of a crypto investor who turned a modest bet into massive wealth in just 60 days. Instead of staying quiet, he posted screenshots. He handed out unsolicited advice. The predictable result? Tax authorities audited him, distant relatives demanded cash, and physical threats shattered his peace of mind. His fortune arrived with a loud public celebration, but it vanished with devastating silence, as panic selling and endless external pressure drained his accounts. Proving you have money doesn't elevate your status. It dismantles your security by turning you into an exposed target. In 1532, Niccolò Machiavelli published a set of observations documenting how the elite actually operated. These were strict instructions for maintaining unbreakable power. He noted a clear pattern among the ruling class. True leverage and lasting wealth are completely incompatible with public visibility. The people controlling the board don't explain how they play the game. They build their empires strictly in the shadows, perfectly content to let the middle class exhaust themselves fighting for the spotlight. Italian families built massive structures to dominate the city. Within generations, those beautiful stone walls required endless capital for upkeep, completely draining the family coffers. This map illustrates maritime routes across the Mediterranean. While loud families built stone towers, quiet families lived modestly, spending all their capital securing these intersecting commercial trade networks. Operating out of the public eye, ships constantly generated fresh capital. What those ruined families built were monuments. A monument is an ego-driven asset that looks incredible to the public, but quietly drains your cash flow every single day. What the quiet families built were systems. A system is an invisible mechanism designed to do one thing: constantly feed capital back to its creator. We still build monuments today: luxury cars, oversized homes, and designer labels. You input massive capital, and its value bleeds away through depreciation. Modern systems, dividend portfolios, and passive investments compound growth quietly, continuously looping profits back into your main pile. Machiavelli noted a specific Florence textile merchant who perfected the art of protecting his systems. Even after his very first year of record profits, he continued to sit in a tiny shop wearing threadbare clothes, telling everyone who asked that the market was slow and he was barely surviving. It was a calculated psychological defense. By looking weak, he triggered human empathy. Suppliers gave him better rates because they thought he was struggling, and bigger competitors dismissed him entirely. While his rivals wasted their energy fighting each other for status and territory, he was quietly monopolizing the regional textile market. The less successful you appear to the outside world, the less friction you face. Your financial systems are left alone to compound without interference. Ask yourself a simple question. If you stopped working completely tomorrow, how many months would your household survive? That number, not your salary, is the true metric of your financial health. Even if you pull in a massive yearly salary, relying strictly on your own time to generate that cash puts you inside a gilded cage. The moment your labor stops pushing the wheel, the entire machine breaks. Take Ingvar Kamprad, the billionaire founder of IKEA. He understood the architecture of quiet wealth better than almost anyone in the modern era. Wealth is not about the capacity to purchase expensive things. It is the absolute freedom to exist completely independent of your daily labor. With a net worth stretching into the tens of billions, Kamprad deliberately flew economy class, clipped discount grocery coupons, and drove a 15-year-old car. People mocked him as cheap, but it was a highly calculated shield. He was actively protecting his peace, his family, and his corporate empire from the destructive gravity of public jealousy. The person who controls their own public image dictates their reality. If you still feel a compulsion to prove you have money, you are still operating from a place of deep financial insecurity. Stop draining your accounts to fund monuments for strangers. Starve your ego, embrace the power of invisibility, and quietly build the systems